Much like unlocking a door, you're going to need a key to unlock a sales presentation. And unlocking a sales presentation is all about gaining information about the client's needs and how you, the upcoming salesman, can solve those problems. How do you get this information from the client? It's actually very simple. You just have to ask really good questions. And there's no more tried and true method of gaining information from the client than using the SPIN selling system. The acronym SPIN standing for situation, problem, implication, and need payoff questions. This is a series of questions you must ask in order to gain as much information as possible from the client to help you, the salesman, deliver the solution to their problems. And paired with the great active listening skills that we all know you have, this system can really help you achieve a higher rate of success, whether you are a tenured salesman or starting out and you don't have a single connection made in the world yet, in the sales world. This can help you find success. The summary of Neil Rackham's book named Spin Selling is given by Asia Frost in her HubSpot article, Spin Selling, the Ultimate Guide. And I really believe that there are three main points in this article that are crucial for you to understand before stepping into the field. And they're them being that asking questions is really more important than what any manager or any salesperson really believe. And how each question type in the system plays a different role in moving the client towards the end of the sale. And how these questions can help you set up the benefits of your products to the client at the towards the end of the presentation to close the deal. The importance of asking questions, and I cannot stress this enough, is more than my words or any words can describe. You simply cannot create a connection with the client unless you ask questions. The concept that a salesman must be the one leading the presentation is true, but this is not about you, the salesman. This is about the client. The, the salesperson, you are there for a reason. You are there to listen. You are there to solve problems. And the buyer agreed to meet you for that specific reason, not just to sit there and be lectured about how amazing your product or service is. If you do not believe that asking questions is important, then I am really geared to believe that you really, really don't care about your clients and the troubles they are facing. The value of creating connection is not in your playbook, and you don't want to have a customer bringing money to your business. So you might as well just walk out of this room before you're bored by the rest of the things that I am going to say. So, how can you know the client's needs when you don't ask questions? You have to ask questions. You must empathize with what the customer is saying because it shows you care. It shows you are chasing a connection rather than chasing a paycheck. You guys believe that you're the alpha in the room, but I'm sorry to break it to you, you're just the David going up against Goliath. You tend to sit in a sales meeting and speak for 15 out of the 60 minutes and lecture the customer about how great your item is. But having great listening skills is more important than having great speaking skills. These active listening skills go hand in hand with asking great questions because it shows that you understand the situation. It shows that you know the circumstances surrounding the problems. And you are asking questions based on the information you are receiving, and it is deepening your connection with the customer. Once you understand the importance of these questions, you must understand how each question in this system plays the role of moving the buyer towards the end of the deal and shaking your hand. S. Situational questions. These questions are crucial to the beginning of the presentation, but be wary of asking too many of them because it may show that you haven't done your homework. And you're really not an FBI agent, so you really don't want to ask too many of these because your customers might feel interrogated and just tell you to get out and this conversation is over. Try to avoid asking too many of these questions. The second question is really the reason why you are there. You are there for the problem that the buyer is facing. These questions are really when you get to the nitty gritty. When you're asking the problem question, this is your time to let those active listening skills really shine. You need to pay attention to every single detail this person is telling you. This is your opportunity to relate these problems they are telling you they are facing in your head to what solutions your product or service can really provide for the customer. Once you understand these problems, it is time for the most important part of this spin selling system, the implication questions. If you really want to get to the top 10, even 1% of being a salesman, you must ask a very, very large amount of implication questions because this is the point of realization. You are having the customer tell you what the implications of these dissatisfactions in their life are bringing to their company. These questions are pressing to the buyer, but it makes it almost impossible for them not to answer because they really don't have an option. They need to tell you the concerns they are having. This can hinder their company's productivity. These problems can hinder the company's margins at the end of the quarter. And this can really, really ruin the customer relationships that this company has. And that's the last thing you want. The information given to you in these questions are this is the holy grail. This is when you finally know that if you really have the answer to this problem, this is your chance. This is really your chance to make the customer tell you what everything they are facing and how it's just so awful to their everyday routine. But this leads you to your next question, your need payoff question. This is your chance to have the customer realize the ideal state they could be at. You could arrive to this state with the usefulness of your proposed solution to their problem. These questions really ask the buyer about their opinion of your product. You can ask a question this simple: how could this help you? How could this product help you? They will go on and on about how amazing this product could be. But if you make them realize the added benefit of your product, oh man, this is just icing on the cake. But these benefits, be careful. You need to present these benefits, and this is the final point of my presentation. You need to present these benefits towards the end of the presentation. Like Neil Rackham said, and I could not agree more. Once you have the customer verbally telling you how your solution can help, you have the presentation in the palm of your hand. And your goal now is to have them shake your hand and say yes. You must make it a priority to feature the benefits your product has. This makes the client create an emotional connection with the product. You have them hook, line, and sinker. You have them in the palm of your hands. You have this meeting in the palm of your hands and you are just ready to shake hands. You are creating an emotional connection with the client, and the client is creating an emotional connection with the product as how it can help them immediately. These customers want immediate satisfaction to their problems, and you are the person providing this solution. And this is making the client realize that you are their go-to person for years, for months, years to come. And this is music to your ears because they will be coming back to your company time and time again, creating brand loyalty, and they know you can provide the solution. And they will call you every time that a problem is in your scope of specialization. The importance of using questions in a presentation is more important than you may ever think. And the importance of each single question moving the client to the close of the presentation is even more important. But providing the benefits that create an emotional connection with the client, that's when you just have it all. All three concepts are crucial to understanding the true scope of being a salesperson in this industry. And you must understand the buyer situation and cater to those needs and deliver them a solution and experience that keeps them coming back to you for years to come.